How's it going, everybody? Texas Man here. I hope that you guys are all having a spectacular day. If you guys would please give this video a thumbs up. If you guys do enjoy it, subscribe, of course, if you guys have not already. Also, do me the biggest favor of all, make sure you guys hit the bell notification button so you guys don't miss out on future videos or streams here on the channel. If you guys would please head over to Twitch, follow me there at Douglas447. I stream there at least once a week, whether it's for Battlefield, Halo, Destiny, Call of Duty, X Defiant, whatever else you guys suggest for me to stream over there. As always, if you guys have any movies or shows you guys want me to cover here on the channel, please let me know in the comment section down below. We are going to be continuing talking about the Planet of the Apes franchise, specifically the Legacy Collection. This is going to be my review for Conquest of the Planet of the Apes. If you guys have missed out on the original, Beneath, Escape, Dawn, Rise, War, or Kingdom, I do have it all in a Planet of the Apes collection playlist here on the channel. I'll try to leave a link to it so you guys can watch those videos if you guys have missed out. Conquest of the Planet of the Apes is the fourth Legacy film. It came out in 1972. It's about 86 minutes long, and it is a continuation of the events set up from Escape from the Planet of the Apes. It is set in the near future of the franchise in the year 1990. This film centers on the apes gathering forces and revolting against their cruel humans to end their slavery. This film, of course, is the film that starts up the time paradox / time loop of the franchise. So Escape basically was a conclusion to what came before it with the original and Beneath the Planet of the Apes, while also setting up the birth of Milo / Caesar, which is the first intelligent ape that can speak. And it's kind of interesting how when you're watching Conquest, and this is the first time I've ever watched Conquest. I've never seen Escape, Conquest, or Battle before doing these reviews. I always, like I said in past videos, always thought that Beneath the Planet of the Apes was a good enough conclusion to the franchise. So seeing Conquest, I'm just like, okay, so they're really diving into heavily why certain things occurred the way they did in the franchise from the first two movies. And it is kind of cool. I will admit Conquest was a cool film, explaining as to how and why the apes became the dominant force of the planet and were able to turn the tables on the humans. So basically there was this virus that the astronauts brought with them from the future on their spaceship into the past, and it ended up killing all of their dogs and cats and other pets. And so to replace all their pets, because humans, I guess, all want a pet for some reason. I don't understand that logic, but okay. So to replace all of their pets that were killed by the virus, they decided to make it where humans could have apes. And then they started making their pets to become slaves, and they would make the apes do grocery shopping or mop the floor or cut bread or, you know, clean the windows or give them a job as a waitress. It just, they turned the gorillas from pets into slaves. And that is the eventual reasoning why the apes rose up, is because not only were the humans teaching the apes how to behave and act like a human, but they wanted freedom. They wanted to be themselves. Like, they were no longer in cages, no, necessarily. They weren't, in a zoo or in a circus. They were free roaming, and they decided, okay, enough is enough. We are intelligent thanks to humans, unfortunately, and we can have our own society, and we should be able to be equals with humans, which is kind of an interesting concept, in my opinion. So like I said, the film causes the time loop of where the franchise goes with the characters and the events that we saw in the 1968 original, and I think this film does an excellent job setting up that. I'm very interested to see how everything culminates in Battle for the Planet of the Apes movie. This film is full of social satire. There is a lot of awesome sci-fi moments, suspense, and the finale is just a large-scale, spectacular, good time. It's really well done, especially considering the limitations that it had at the time. Perhaps Conquest that I've seen so far out of the Legacy collection of films, I feel as if though perhaps Conquest is the most violent. It's also the most dark and disturbing film in the franchise, which kind of is impressive for the film being PG. Obviously, I think if this film was made today, it would probably teeter. It definitely would be rated PG-13, and it might even teeter into R territory just because of what happens. It's possible. The film is full of nonstop action. It deals a lot with the parallels given from Nazi Germany. Like I said, it deals with slavery, torture, and of course the ape revolution. And this film, if you watch this and then you watch Dawn, you can clearly see that Conquest was an inspiration for Dawn of the Planet of the Apes from 2011, which is kind of interesting. So overall, I enjoyed Conquest of the Planet of the Apes. I liked it slightly better than Escape. It definitely has a good mix between action and character as well. We really get to see and understand Caesar as to how and why he goes from this naive circus ape into becoming the eventual leader and king of the ape revolution. So I really enjoyed seeing that. And they did a good job of giving us that story in like an 80-90 minute runtime. A lot of films take 2-3 hours to do that. This film was able to do it in less than half the time, which I'm very happy about. It's very impressive in that regard. So I'm going to give Conquest of the Planet of the Apes from 1972 an 8 out of 10. Thank you guys for watching. Have an excellent day, and look forward to my review of Battle of the Planet of the Apes coming out soon. Bye, guys. Okay, I'm done.